Hey, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the Multiview Cube and how you can use it to assist in teaching intro engineering students, like about drawing and pictorials. So I've got a video before this that explains like what this is and kind of why I developed it to really help with aligning multi-view drawings. But here is this same cube in 5 different pictorials. To teach all the main ones that come up, at least in the Project Lead the Way IED course. So we've got the orthographic, which is pretty standard. Then we have the isometric, okay, which is another one that your students should know about at least. Maybe have them practice it a few times. Here's oblique. While it doesn't get used as much as far as I understand in actual practice in the real world, so to speak, it's a lot easier for students to draw. So where you would place a isometric view like on a multi-view drawing, like for example, this drawing, oh boy, right here. Instead, a lot of times I will have students just do the oblique because it's a lot easier. As I tell them, you just, draw a orthographic view and then put a little depth on it, all right? So then down below, we've got the 3-point perspective. And so you can kind of start to walk through with students how that's a little different from isometric. And then here's a 2-point perspective. And so, yeah, these are just 5 different pictorials. I don't really have students. I don't know if I had them practice at all, either of these pictorials this year, the perspectives. But they definitely did the top 3. So yeah, just, I have these up in my classroom. I'm looking at it here. And when I printed this one out, these lines obviously are kind of light. You can see I had to kind of create this on my own because I don't know, like, learning community, maybe you guys can help me out. I don't know of a way to create an oblique view in Fusion, or if that's even an option. So I very painstakingly set out coordinates for like each of the points for each of the letters here, and drew lines across and found where they met, and then so that's how I created this oblique view. But yeah, anyhow. So when I printed it out to put up in my classroom for students to see, I had to go over these lines in Sharpie because it's not very dark here. So yeah, maybe I'll share these files too with people in case there's interest for that. Just make those available kind of as teaching tools. But one other thing I thought I would mention that I thought was pretty cool is, there's Fusion. Okay, let me get to it. So this was my oblique, and like I said, it was pretty painstaking trying to get this to work here. I guess maybe I could try to make sketches visible. Of course, actually, when I finish the sketches, these sketches are visible. It's just I've erased all the construction lines and went into it. But one thing I discovered, just really interesting, is watch what happens when you do this. Ooh, it meets pretty perfectly. Okay. I did not know that was going to happen. I was curious what would happen. This is an orthographic view, so this is all on one plane. And what's cool is when you look at this one single plane at this angle, an isometric angle, you might call it, it ends up, taking that oblique cavalier view and turning it into this. So yeah, just kind of cool. All right. Hopefully you find these useful for your own purposes. Yeah,